fighting games are quite hard to review because, well, they're all pretty similar in the terms that you're fighting each other, and you have certain moves. You have punch and kicks. You have punches and kicks. You have heavy, light, medium, all that stuff on every game. You have specials, combos, and every game seems to do it brilliantly, control-wise. Some prefer others. For example, some prefer the style of Soul Calibur where you can't jump around and you can move around the whole arena, whereas on Street Fighter it's just completely 2D in the sense of the arena, but it's 3D graphics sort of thing. But yeah, Street Fighter vs Tekken, or Street Fighter Cross Tekken, is the new Street Fighter game, and it's a brilliant game. Story-wise, is really not very good at all. The story is boring and forgettable. I rented this game a month ago now, I think, and honestly, I've forgotten the story already. It was just not worth it. You do the fights, you get the achievements, and that's it. I don't know if you have to be a hardcore Street Fighter fan to understand it, or if it's just a completely random story, because it seemed really weird. And yeah, so the story isn't worth it in my opinion, and does let the game down a bit. Because Soul Calibur had a more in-depth story. It wasn't a brilliant story. Anyway, this isn't a Soul Calibur review, but compared to Soul Calibur, it's not a good story at all. And I hope you can understand me in this review, because I've got a cold and I seem to be talking a bit fast. But yeah, so the gameplay, as I mentioned, is really good on this game. This game's a tag team game, so you tag your partner in by pressing the Y and B button at the same time. That's when you're playing as Xbox. If you're playing on another console, then it will be the medium punch and the medium kick button at the same time. That's how you call or tag in your partner. And obviously you have a selection of characters from both Street Fighter and Tekken, with the main characters coming back, such as Ryu, Ken, Sagat, Akuma, Gil, I think his name's Gil, Abel, Kami, and then you've got Tekken characters like Kazuya. I don't really know many Tekken characters. I think that's all I can think of at the top of my head. You got a bear, you got King the Leopard, Ogre, yeah, characters like sorry guys, sorry, characters like them. This is going to turn out to be a terrible review again, but I just want to give my thoughts on the game for those that are thinking about getting it. Personally, I rented it, and I'm glad I only rented it because I couldn't see myself playing it much more. The online gameplay was laggy at first, and like the sound wasn't in sync, but they patched that, so now it's not a problem. But the online is incredibly hard, especially for someone like me without much skill in the game. It's really hard. People are really good at combos and stuff. I'm not so good at the combos. But yeah, it's a really hard game online. If you can get good on it, then it will be worthwhile and rewarding. It's definitely a rewarding game when you win. That's the one good thing about this game. It's a good game to play when you have mates around. If you're more of a gamer that likes to have mates around and play each other, like a FIFA or COD, whatever game, this is a good game to play mates around on the sofa. Yeah, and the customization is quite good. It's not brilliant. I'd like to have been able to make my own characters. The music in the background isn't brilliant, but again, you don't really notice it when you're beating the shit out of someone. And there's something else I want to talk. Oh, you got stuff like trials where you can learn. Not trials, is it trials? I think it's so. Where you learn all your moves. You got practice trials. There's challenge mode, which is quite difficult. I couldn't do many of them because I'm not very good at this game. There's also the other one. I can't remember what it's called. It's gonna bug me. But there's loads of different modes you can play, like different things to do. And yeah, it's a good game. It's not as good as Street Fighter 4 in my opinion. Mainly because I don't know. It seems more combo orientated. A lot of people will prefer that, but for me, I'm more about all the special moves and stuff. And personally, I think this game's a lot harder to play, a lot more tedious, and yeah, I just didn't enjoy it as much as I've enjoyed Street Fighter 4 and Super Street Fighter 4 or whatnot. But nonetheless, it's a good game. If you're looking for a new fighter game, it's a good game to get. If you're into tag teams, or if you're into Tekken and Street Fighter and you want to see them go against each other, then this is obviously the best game you can get. But yeah, sorry if this wasn't a very good review. I'm trying to get better at these reviews, I really am. And yep, thanks for watching, guys. My next review will be of Stranglehold, and yeah, I will see you next time.
According to our calculations, the object will crash somewhere in the Antarctic tomorrow at approximately 1 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. This concludes my report.